Hello, hello, hello. I am the Divine Maverick, but you can call me Yolanda. I'm going to do a message for the Divine Feminines from her DM, her Divine Masculine. And we're going to get the reason why he returned to the Karmic when he did. Broken Heart and Strategy. Split the deck. We're just going to get some overall energy for this reading. If you like the way I read, everything you need to know about me can be found in the description box below. Hostilities? Exactly. The DM returned back to the Karmic to prove a point to you, Divine Feminine. Spirit, thank you for giving me messages. Thank you. Past, present, and future. East, west, north, south. Fire, earth, air, and water. Bottom of the deck is the goddess of the moon. Somebody's finally using their intuition and tapping into their feminine side. Thank you, masculine. Thank you, guys. Let's peek into this energy between the masculine and the Karmic. What is it that he returned to? Why? Page of Pentacles, the Fool, the Hierophant. What is it that he returned to and why? Businesses, new business. Some of the Karmics are the business partner of the masculine. For some, it's a long-term commitment or a marriage. That's why they return. Thank you. Eight of Swords. Two eights out together. Strength. Too many. I just saw the Five of Pentacles come out. Energy on the board. Why the masculine returned to the Karmic to prove a point? What's the point he was trying to prove? Thank you. Thank you. Three of Pentacles. Three of Cups. Knight of Swords is the bottom of the deck. Okay. Again, some of these masculines are in business. Three of Pentacles is out on the board too. They have businesses with these Karmics. I believe your masculine felt like he couldn't go into business with you, or the business that he was thinking of, feminine, you weren't into it. And it was a lot of hostilities, okay, surrounding it with the business. So he returned. There's a scripture that says a dog returns to his vomit. So he returned back to what he knows. He returned back to what he knows. This is taking a leap of faith. This is the Fool energy. This is launching out into something unknown. This is, I'm intuitively reading this card as this masculine he took a risk. He felt like it was risky being with you. He felt like going with you, coming your way would be launching into the unknown. Coming your way, feminine, would be him having to pack up and leave so much of what he knew. He'd have to be a fool to actually come your way. And I'm even, for another group, he only was wanting to be foolish for a while, for a season, as long as the sun was up. He only wanted to be foolish and daring. Not forever, but for a moment. I don't know why only when the sun is up. Only when the sun is up. Only while 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 the sun is up. For some of these masculines, only while the sun is up. Let me pull this card back out. Only while the sun is up. For this group of masculines, only while the sun is up, it denotes happiness. There's a song I hear playing now, Sunny Days. It's by New Edition. Can You Stand the Rain? And for some, this masculine is only in this commitment when the sun is up or when he's happy. And what I mean by that is when it's peaceful, when it's sunny, when it's good, then he goes back to the karmic. He goes back. He wants the karmic. When it begins to rain, or in other words, when he starts to feel bad, like there's bickering or there's hostilities, then feminine, he comes your way. This masculine has trouble balancing his emotions. And so he can only be with the feminine, or he can only run to the feminine when he's feeling sad. But when he's even keeled or happy or feeling like he can take action on some things, feeling like a wild horse. Wild horses. Well, a wild horse, only when the sun is up. When he's feeling like a stallion and feeling strong. And this is almost, look at this card. Let me pull this card. That white horse represents the masculine, because he's the one that's awakening and trying to move in his divine energy, right? This is where the awakening. The dark horse represents the shadow side or the karmic side, that black and white, yin and yang. It's the polarities, light and dark. You get me? And so that darker horse, that black horse, the shadow side, the karmic, is following this white horse is leading. In other words, the masculine, when he's in his energy feeling like he wants to lead, she'll follow. When he's feeling in his power, horsepower, when he's feeling strong and fast, aggressive and fierce, dominant, swift, then he wants to be with his karmic, because she will follow him. Feminine, some of you are having a difficult time submitting to your masculine because you don't see him in this kind of leader, strong, horsepower, powerful energy. You don't see him that way. You see him as still needing your love to heal him. You see him as still needing something from you in order to find himself. And for that, he picks up that energy that you have, and it causes him to be very hostile. There's why the hostilities card is here. And so when the sun is up, this masculine goes to his karmic because he feels like a strong horse. He feels like and she follows. Again, feminines, you're having a hard time submitting to your masculine because it's like he's in this childish energy. And so when the sun is up, Fool card with the Hierophant, which signifies a commitment or something traditional like a marriage. And again, some of these masculines are married. Some of them are just in a long-term commitment with like a baby mama or just, a long-term commitment with the girl or guy. Energies are interchangeable. But when the sun is up, he runs back to this commitment. Because when he got into this commitment, he had to take a leap of faith. He had to take a leap of faith to be with this karmic, because this karmic is not even his type. That's what his family and friends would say. People that are close to him, people that know him, he has a type. It may be generally he prefers blondes or brunettes, and he has not a brunette, but a redhead, but he might have a black-haired, a dark-haired girl. He might like certain cultures, races, Latinas or African women. But now all of a sudden he's got a Norwegian or a girl from the Swiss Alps or something. Or he could, bring it closer to home. Maybe you're a Georgia peach. He's from Georgia. He likes Georgia peaches, right? But for some reason, he went to Manhattan in New York and got him a stiff. He's got him a corporate type A woman, and left the Southern Belle for. He left the sweet tea for the Starbucks latte, right? This sort of thing. So this masculine gets all up in his head. Could be feminine. You could be air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, or the masculine, vice versa, right? But he gets all up in his head about the way he feels about these two women. He gets all up in his head about it. Where is my paper? Lord. I don't have it. Anyway, sorry, I was looking for my paper with the numbers on it. But I don't know what I did with it. But anyway, so this masculine gets all up in his head because he doesn't know how he feels about, Three of Cups, these two women, right? He doesn't know because it's definitely three of you all in this. And everybody has these people, like they're toasting or sharing a cup almost. Like you could totally see these people drinking. What I'm seeing is locked arms like you would have at a wedding when you're sharing your wine with your partner. But these people, in other words, they all drink after each other. They all drink after each other. And what this message means to me when I hear it, it's that you guys have more commonalities than you have what separates you. So feminine, see, look at this brunette and look at the blonde. Remember I said that? I just noticed those ladies on the card. And there's the redhead too. Look at that. The blonde, the redhead, and the brunette. You see that? Anyway, but it's the brunette. Didn't I say that? See the dark-haired lady. See this lady tied up in this lady? The dark-haired lady is the one that has him all up in his, trapped by his thoughts. And even he traps her. I'm picking up another message looking at this card. He sees this woman feels trapped. This feminine, you feel trapped by the way, look at these swords around her. You feel trapped by the way the masculine thinks about you. You feel it traps you. You can't see, you can't move. You're paralyzed, in other words. You're paralyzed by the way you know that the masculine views you. 8 of Swords. Meaning there's some masculines that compare his feminine. He likes to talk about his past relationships. He likes to, when you guys are on the phone, he likes to compare you to other women, or he likes to talk about other women looking at him, and I'm not interested in that woman, but hey, babe, I was at the post office the other day and there was a woman looking at me and I was wondering what was she looking at? Almost like he's trying to see if the feminine cares or whatever. I'm picking up a real immature Knight of Swords, tantrum throwing, impetuous, and impatient, and impulsive masculine, who kind of wants it what he wants. This Knight of Swords looks like he's having that's a tantrum face. Sometimes it's a determined face, but for whatever reason, even the horse is scared. The horse doesn't even know. But this masculine wants what he wants, and also he thinks what he thinks. This masculine thinks quickly. He thinks quickly on his feet too. This masculine is a smooth talker. He's a fast talker. He could be a New Yorker, but this masculine is a smooth talker, fast talker, right? Not that all New Yorkers are fast talkers, but I'm saying that's the energy I'm picking up. He could even be from Jersey, but anyway, I don't know. He's up north somewhere. Anyway, this masculine is a smooth talker, fast talker, and he wants what he wants. And he talks this feminine into a prison almost sometimes. She doesn't know whether she's coming or going because she can't see. She can't see this way. She can't see it clearly, and she can't even maneuver around, so all she can do is stand there and be paralyzed. Meanwhile, this immature masculine acts like a fool and returns to this commitment every time he has hostilities with his feminine. When he constantly compares her. And I'm just going to say this to this group I'm talking to. Just be happy you're in separation right now. That's what this is for. Those of you who are not, wait, everybody's not in separation though. Okay, but if you are in separation, be happy. Those of you that actually get to see your masculine, when you see him, when you do, don't be triggered by his rushing the date. Some of your masculines kind of want to move the date along real quick and get to the hotel. Get to the hotel. After the hotel, it's the after party. You know what I mean? Your masculines want to let me take you to dinner. Great dinner. Okay, now you want to go to a movie. Okay, great. Let's see the movie. Hey, let's get. Before I don't have a lot of time. These masculines come in and come out. They have a lot of in and out energy. I don't know. I'm holding up the Knight of Swords again, but it's like they're fast. They're fast. Some of these masculines are kind of fast on the draw. If y'all know what I mean. But anyway, you love him anyway. You're just patient with him. Thank goodness. He recovers quickly though. But anyway, that's for somebody. But anyway, you need strength to feminine. Understood. You need strength because this is wearing you out. This is this action for what the masculine is doing is wearing you out, and you need strength for this connection because some of you feminines have been given ultimatums about this third party. I'm not, and I won't, and I can't, and you must, and you will, and we have to. You've been given ultimatums, and it's not been working. You just feel more and more trapped to the connection, right? And meanwhile, the masculine, Three of Pentacles, is finding his way back there, when you seem to fall short. Let me put some more. Where's my deck? Let me put some more on this. Just need 2 more cards to fall out. Tell me more about why the masculine. Okay, he's comfortable there, right? Okay, and they're in business together, right? Okay, thank you. Looks like we got a story now, y'all. 2 of Pentacles. Still trying to balance both. Okay, Ace of Cups, 10 of Cups. Oh, Page of Cups. Wow, Knight of Cups. My goodness, the Moon. Knight of Swords. I know what this is. Okay. This is a story. Let me put these right here. And let me get 2 of these cards. Feminine, you need some advice. And then I'll tell you what that story is on the bottom right there. Okay. Boom. All right. Here's your advice, feminine. Bottom of the deck. Material wealth, true prosperity. I love that. Queen of the Light. Right, comes out. I'm just going to nail the Queen of the Light right there by the hostilities. Because a lot of the hostilities are happening, feminine, because you're not in your feminine energy. The Queen of Light is all about illumination, celebration, and enlightenment, meaning her eyes are open. See how in her hands, she's an alchemist. She can see those white lights, to see the pure light. Just look at her, see the halo, or not the halo, but the sun shining. Oh, only when the sun's shining. Only when the sun's shining. This feminine, this energy of the Queen of Light, illumination, this is like the High Priestess in my deck. To me, this is my High Priestess card, right? In this particular deck, I'm saying. But this when you are in this energy of illumination and enlightenment, and you are celebratory, 3 of Cups, because now you can read 3 of Cups as it really is, which is a celebration, family gatherings, weddings, receptions, events, fellowship, times of fellowship, banquets. That's what the 3 of Cups energy is. But this masculine is not hot. There's no hostility, right? There's no hostility when you are moving in this kind of energy. The masculine runs back to the karmic time and time again, feminine, because we get in this energy of the Desert Prince, which is worrying about survival. You're always on this masculine about your stability, and it's like you have this jealousy. There's a group of feminines that I'm picking up that are jealous of the karmic, because it's like you give her, well, I don't want to spoil the story, but the Ten of Pentacles, it'll be there. You give her the Ten of Pentacles. You give her stability. You give her your money. And then when it comes to me, you don't have it. You don't have it to give because you're too busy giving it to everybody else. And so I'm survival. I have to survive on my own. I have to figure it out. And you give me these false promises. You say you're going to do one thing. We can be together. We can take a trip. We can spend more time together. You say that you're going to leave her and you're not happy there, but then you keep going back. And it's like, it's this, you know what I mean? If there's this energy of I'm royalty. I'm an empress, right? I'm a queen of the light, but I'm in the desert. I'm in a dry place. I'm in a place of no sustenance, no nourishment, no water. It's dry here. It's parched here, you know, and it's hard for the feminine to just relax in this connection, because it seems like every action that the masculine takes goes more toward his karmic and not her. It's like for some reason he can take a leap of faith for her, but he can't take a leap of faith for you. He can be a fool for her. And some of you even say to yourselves, he's a fool for wanting her. That's not even his type. Here we go again. He's a fool for wanting her. That's not even his type. Or why does he act like such a fool when it comes to her? Some of you feminists are saying that. I'm hearing it very clearly. Why does he act like such a fool when it comes to her? But when it comes to me, all I get is him being defensive. All I get is his sword. All I get is him looking at me funny. All I get is him criticizing me. All I get is him comparing me to old relationships that he's not even in anymore. I wish maybe he would go to one of those old girlfriends he keeps telling me about, because maybe I'll know then that he'll leave the karmic and be with me finally, right? This is what there's a group of feminine saying. False promises. You say so much, but you come through on so very little. And look at this guy's face. Doesn't it like a he's kind of got a mature face, but he's got like a boyish charm, doesn't he? Some of these masculines have a very boyish charm. Some of these masculines are older, 45, 46, 49, 50, 55 even. But they still have their boyish look. Some of them have a little salt and pepper, a little gray and black mixed in, you know, they got a little gray peeking through, but you know, they're still like, you know, some of them have very still have great bodies because they work out, they lift weights. But then anyway, they have a boyish charm. In other words, some of these masculines are very childlike. And when they go back to the karmic, you know, they feel that that commitment, they feel that partnership. They feel like the karmic, the initial attraction when they first got with them was they taught them. They felt like they taught them something. They felt like they were learning, or they were better because of her. She could have been a business. She owned her own business, owns her own business, or she could have been a teacher. She could have been a life coach or a scholar or some sort of counselor, some sort of therapist. Someone that just seeks a mentor, an entrepreneur. Yeah, I said that already. But yeah, business owner, entrepreneur. But people get advice from her. People seek her advice, seek her out for advice. Three of Pentacles, and this is what formed their partnership. He felt like he was leveling up at the time. At the time that they got together, he felt like he was leveling up. Page of Pentacles. I said that he's starting something new, something fresh. And that's what he feels like every time he goes back. He'll start something new. He'll start something fresh. Bottom of the deck here is this Two of Pentacles, right? Two of Pentacles. Balance. He's still trying to decide. He's still trying to find his balance, but he's still balancing these two relationships, these two women, because he can't. His boyish charm with the false promises and having the feminine feel like she has to survive on her own. What I mean by false promises is when the feminine I did a reading about her waiting on money, but anyway, this is coming up again. But she feels like she has to depend on herself for her survival, because that's what this card says. The Desert Prince, the survival, right? And this like this little boy comes in and acts like it's not an issue, or it's her issue. And for that, this is what keeps her out of this Queen of Light energy. I can't be illuminated. I can't be enlightened if he's going to keep acting like this. Some of you feeling the symptoms, all right? Why does the Lord, a spirit, put the onus on him to do better, right? It's happening. But anyway, pages do recognize, acknowledge children, or represent children, or students, mentees, if you will. But it's like this, he's like staring at this page is staring at this pentacle like, wow. In other words, it's like a child. Remember I called him a child earlier. He's childish, he's immature. Some of this group of masculine, he's immature in especially as it relates to money. He's immature. This masculine can be very immature as it relates to money matters. Money matters, and his favorite. You might know your masculine to always say that's not my department. That's not my department, or that's not my fault, or that's not my responsibility, or that ain't me. That ain't me. You hearing them? That ain't me. That's what I hear. Meaning you better take care of this yourself. I saw the little boy show up again. Bless his heart, because he does love you, feminine. He does. He wants to offer you this cup of love. This Knight of Cups is here. He wants to offer you this cup of love. He wants to offer you, I'm even hearing greater emotion. But when he does give this offer, he's a little boy. He's another page. All he did was change his outfit, okay? That's all he did was change his outfit, but he's still a little kid. If you look at him, he's like the fish is. Some of you guys could be dealing with Pisces, but the fish, you could tell this fish has a kind of energy that it'll just come out and go in the cup. And they play this game because he looks like he's absolutely enamored with this fish in his cup, that's peeking out, and the fish feels the same way, playing games. It's almost, I don't know why I keep seeing this fish moving, going in and out of the cup. In and like playing peekaboo or something, hide and seek peekaboo, I guess peekaboo, right? But it's like this page is looking at this fish like quite amused by it. In other words, some of these masculines are very amused by the idea of love. They're amused by the idea of love. Just like these horses, if you look at them, they could be playing chase. The white horse could be leading the black horse, and they're just running around, frolicking and speeding around the black horse. They're racing each other. They're playing, in other words. That's the action they're taking. This masculine, man, this is an immature group. But thank God for spirit, because that's what this is all about. This is our leveling up. But I'm picking up a lot of childish behavior, childish communication, even hanging up in each other's faces. Well, mostly from his end, but if you say something he doesn't like, or you ping that ego, because this group is very, very egotistical, egomaniacal is what I'm hearing. They're egomaniacs, and it's the karmic that feeds into this foolishness. The karmic feeds into this his ego, right? But and she buys them whatever she wants. Somebody just got a new gaming system, like an Xbox or something, a PlayStation 4, I guess, whatever the latest. But I see a gaming system going to this, like, I don't know, 35 to 37-year-old masculine, and a karmic guy, and she's just absolutely pleased. Whatever it was an upgrade. So if your masculine's just got a new gaming system, prepare for less text messages in the hours in the evening when he used to text you, because now he's playing his gaming system. He's playing his games again. Amen. No, I'm not trying to sound venomous with these masculines. I'm sorry if it's coming across like that, but this energy is real. I don't know who actually I'm feeling this from, but it's kind of a underlying disgust I'm feeling with the games. It's almost like I'm sick of playing games, right? But let me make this positive. Let me show y'all the light at the end of the tunnel. That's all the games right there, by the way. The moon is out. Again, you could be dealing with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Leo is out here. Everybody's out here, right? Everybody's out here. And, of course, the signs, this could be your energy. This could be his energy. Feminine, you might be the one playing the games. You know what I mean? play with the childish communication, which makes him run back to the karmic. Put the energy, where it fits. But there's a person here that is very childish with their communication. They're egomaniacs. They are they play with hearts. They play, like that fish. They play with hearts. They play with the cup. There's somebody here that plays games, mind games, love games, but they want, though, the desires here. Look, this is what God is trying to get to you both. This ultimate beautiful love, right? A complete total love, healthy, whole, thinks no wrong, doesn't provoke, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. It's not jealous. It's not selfish. It's not puffed up. It's not vain. It's not arrogant. It's giving. It's sharing. It's equilibrium. It's equanimity, whatever that word means. Okay, Spirit. It's beautiful because it's divine and it overflows. It keeps going and going. It overflows and it's never ending, right? Excuse me, I hope y'all didn't hear that. If y'all heard that, I'm sorry. I belched. But anyway, the 10 of Pentacles. This is what Spirit wants to give you guys. It's the happy home, the white picket fence, or the wrought iron fence for those of you who are, a little more modern. It's the in-home security system. I don't know who that's for. Somebody wants, I really just want an in-home security system. It's the dog, it's the cat, it's the goldfish, it's the parakeet, it's the badminton net in the backyard, so you can play volleyball and all the other 4 sports that go with that net. It is the riding lawnmower. You know what I mean? It is the shed that's filled with the Christmas items, because they go out there all zipped in the bag, the green and red Christmas bags and everything. It's the color-coded shelving, in the garage for all his tools, because he likes to tinker around with cars, or he likes to make things, or he likes to skateboard. I don't know who's that for, but you know what I mean? This is the 10 of Pentacles. This is a life together, a life, just me and you. You know what I mean? Anyway, I didn't know we were at 32 minutes. I'm going to stop it right here. So feminines, you're dealing with a childish masculine for now, kind of childish and immature, but he keeps running back to her because there's some things that you are doing, some things about the money and the scarcity that make you very, very uncomfortable, and you tell him about it. And when he says stuff to you, he makes these false promises. He makes these false promises, and it's the communication. Feminine, I believe the childish communication, that energy is coming back to me. I believe it's you, and it's the mouth. It's that makes him go back to her, because she's smart enough not to do that. She knows that she's dealing with somebody, a fool, a child, somebody that she knows what she's dealing with. It's almost like she gives them games to play. If you saw this card, this 2 of Pentacles in motion, if this was in motion, it would be like a whoa, whoa. You could see him kind of doing that, like a game, like a little dance he would do, right? It's like he's playing with a game. Like, here, let me cook dinner, baby. Play with this while I go cook dinner. Here, baby, just here, play with your little yo-yo pentacle game. You know what I mean? And he's like, whoa, he's all watching it, right? That's what I'm saying. This karmic knows how to keep the hostilities down. She knows what action to take. Simply let him lead, and she pretends to follow. Let him lead, and she'll follow. You know what I mean? And this masculine wants you to follow him. He wants you to submit to him. It doesn't seem like you would submit to him, because actually the way his immaturity and the way you feel about him, like he's a child, it shows. It's oozing out of your pores. It's coming out through your speech. It's coming out through your timbre of your voice, the tone of your voice. It's coming out through the rhythm of your speech to him. You might even speak to him subconsciously like he's a child, like he's your child. I'm hearing like he's your child. So you might have a child that you, honey, I'll be back at 3:30. Do this, this, and this. And when you talk to your masculine, you're like, this, and this. You know what I mean? And so that's probably why he rushes Knight of Swords. He's all like rushing you when you guys do get to go out. He's like impatient and kind of rushing, because it's an energy that you put out that's like, hurry up and manifest, hurry up and grow up, so we can whisk away to our 10 of Pentacles and live happily ever after. You know, hurry up and meet my level. So anyway, when you're the queen of light with illumination and enlightenment, when you're shining the brightest, only when the sun shines. Remember I said that? Only when the sun shines. Only when the sun shines. When you're shining your brightest, you draw him right back to you like a magnet, like a moth to a flame. Stay in your queen energy. You are sovereign. You are a queen. You are the empress, for God's sake. Don't forget that. You are loved. If this resonated with you, please give me a like and a share. Even if it doesn't, do it anyway. How about that? So let's continue to grow this soul family, help each other, support each other on this twin flame journey. I appreciate you listening for this long. I'm sorry the video was so long, but I needed to get this message out. Until we meet again, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.